Your colleague stands up in the meeting. "That won't work," she says. "We tried something similar last year. It failed big time." Everyone turns to look at you. The room goes quiet. They're watching. Will you get defensive? Will you argue? Will you lose your cool? That's the amateur move. Here's what Marcus Aurelius would do instead. 7 words that flip the power instantly. Not through volume, not through clever comebacks, but through unshakable control. You're about to learn the exact phrase that commands respect in any situation. The nasty colleague who tears you down in public? You'll handle them. The gossip lover who tries to drag you into drama? No problem. Even that family member who loves to criticize your choices. You've got this. But first, let me ask you something. The foundation. Why words create authority. Why do some people command respect the moment they speak, while others get ignored even when they're right? Marcus Aurelius faced constant attacks in the Roman Senate. Senators questioned his decisions. Generals challenged his strategies. Advisors undermined him behind closed doors. He didn't survive by being the loudest voice in the room. He survived by being the most controlled. Here's what brain science tells us about first impressions. Your brain judges someone's ability within 100 milliseconds of hearing their voice. Not their words, their vocal control, their calm under pressure, their ability to stay steady when everyone else is reactive. Volume isn't power. Control is power. The Stoics understood 3 pillars of commanding respect through language. First, stay calm. Never react from emotion. Second, redirect. Guide the conversation where it needs to go. Third, elevate. Lift the discussion above petty conflict. But here's where most people mess up. Most people try to win arguments instead of commanding respect. They defend their position instead of showing their authority. They get pulled into the drama instead of rising above it. Seneca learned this lesson in Nero's court. He was surrounded by backstabbers and power-hungry senators who would destroy him the moment he showed weakness. His survival strategy wasn't clever comebacks. It was strategic language that made others respect him without feeling threatened. Watch what happens when someone attacks you publicly and you respond with emotion. 3 things occur instantly. You lose credibility with everyone watching. You give your attacker exactly what they wanted. And you train people to treat you as someone who can be easily rattled. Strategic silence creates more impact than clever comebacks. But there's something even more powerful than silence. 7 words that show such complete composure that the entire room shifts in your favor. Epictetus taught his students this truth. You cannot control other people's actions, but you control your responses completely. Your colleague's attack isn't about you. It's about their need to feel important, their insecurity, their attempt to gain status by tearing you down. Here's the power move. Instead of defending your idea, you're going to do something that catches everyone off guard. You're going to respond with such calm authority that the attacker looks petty and you look presidential. The difference between amateur and executive presence comes down to this. Amateurs react to what just happened. Executives respond to what needs to happen next. That's executive presence, and here's how you get it. The 7-word formula in action. The 7 words are, I understand your concern. What do you suggest? Notice what just happened. You didn't defend. You didn't attack back. You didn't get emotional. You acknowledged their position without agreeing with it. Then you flipped the burden back to them. Marcus Aurelius used this exact principle when senators challenged his military campaigns. Instead of defending his strategy, he would ask them to present their alternative. Watch what happens. The person who is attacking suddenly has to provide solutions instead of just criticism. Here's scenario 1. Your nasty colleague just undermined your presentation in front of the executive team. That approach is too risky. We can't afford another failure like the Johnson project. Amateur move. That's completely different. The Johnson project failed because of budget cuts, not strategy. Now you're defensive. You're explaining. You're giving them exactly what they wanted, a reaction. Stoic response. I understand your concern about risk. What approach would you suggest instead? Watch what happens in the room. First, your colleague has to actually think of an alternative instead of just tearing yours down. Second, everyone sees you handling criticism with complete calm. Third, you've shifted from defending to leading. You're not fighting anymore. You're facilitating. If they have a good suggestion, you use it. That's a solid point about the timeline. Let's combine that with the core strategy. If they don't have a real alternative, they expose themselves as someone who only criticizes without contributing. But what about when the stakes are even higher? Scenario 2. Your gossip-loving colleague corners you in the break room. Did you hear what happened with Sarah and the Peterson account? I can't believe she made that mistake. What do you think about her performance lately? Here's the trap. They want you to participate in the gossip. The moment you do, you've compromised your professional reputation and given them ammunition to use against you later. Epictetus taught that other people's drama is not your concern. Your response is your concern. Your reputation is your concern. Your principles are your concern. Amateur move. Yeah, I heard about that. She's been struggling lately. Now you're part of the gossip network. You've damaged Sarah's reputation and your own integrity. Stoic response. I understand your concern about the account. What do you suggest we do to support the team? Same 7 words, different context, same power. You've acknowledged their concern without participating in gossip. You've redirected the conversation from tearing someone down to building the team up. You've shown that you're someone who focuses on solutions, not drama. Your gossip-loving colleague has 2 choices: either contribute something helpful or reveal themselves as someone who just likes to create problems without solving them. But wait, there's one scenario that's even trickier. Scenario 3. Family dinner. Your uncle decides to share his opinion about your career choices. I don't understand why you left that stable job. This new position seems risky. You had security before. The family dynamic makes this harder. You care about the relationship, but you need to maintain your boundaries. You can't let family members undermine your confidence or second-guess your decisions. Amateur move. You don't understand the industry. That job had no growth potential. This opportunity is exactly what I need for my career. Now you're justifying your life choices to someone who doesn't have all the information. Stoic response. I understand your concern about the change. What would you suggest for building long-term security? Notice the pattern. You're not defending your decision. You're not attacking their perspective. You're elevating the conversation from criticism to collaboration. If your uncle has genuine wisdom about building security, you'll hear it. If he's just expressing anxiety about change, he'll have to confront that himself. Marcus Aurelius dealt with family criticism constantly. His adoptive father questioned his philosophical interests. His wife questioned his military campaigns. His advisors questioned his reforms. He never defended himself by attacking their credibility. He asked them to contribute solutions instead of just problems. The power of these 7 words comes from what they don't do. They don't escalate conflict. They don't create enemies. They don't make you look defensive or weak. Instead, they show such complete emotional control that people start treating you differently. But timing is everything. Advanced applications. Reading the room. Timing determines whether this technique builds your authority or backfires completely. Deploy it when someone attacks your competence publicly. Don't use it when someone is giving you genuine feedback privately, or when your boss is giving you direct orders. The tone matters more than the words. Deliver it with calm curiosity, not sarcasm. Your voice should sound genuinely interested in their perspective, not mocking. Practice this until it becomes natural. Record yourself saying it. Does it sound like you're facilitating a solution or mocking their criticism? Body language amplifies everything. Keep eye contact without staring. Keep your posture open and relaxed. Don't cross your arms or lean back defensively. Your physical presence should match your verbal calm. You're showing that criticism doesn't threaten you because your confidence comes from your principles, not other people's approval. Here's where most people kill the technique's effectiveness. They use the 7 words, but then keep talking. They add explanations, justifications, or defensive comments. The power comes from the pause after you ask the question. Let them fill the silence. Don't rescue them from having to actually think of an answer. Building on success requires reading what happens next. If they provide a helpful suggestion, use it immediately. That timeline concern makes sense. How do we address that while maintaining the core strategy? If they deflect or attack personally, use strategic silence. Let everyone see the difference between your professionalism and their behavior. Marcus Aurelius understood that sustainable authority comes from consistent principles, not temporary wins. Every interaction either builds your reputation for composure or damages it. People are always watching how you handle pressure, criticism, and conflict. They're deciding whether you're someone they respect or someone they can manipulate. Practice scenarios for tomorrow's meetings. Think about the people who typically challenge you. What criticism do they usually offer? How can you redirect that energy toward solutions instead of arguments? The goal isn't to shut them down. The goal is to transform critics into collaborators while demonstrating unshakable leadership. Conclusion. Authority comes from unshakable principles, not volume. The 7 words work because they show complete emotional control while redirecting energy towards solutions. Here's your challenge. Use this formula once this week when someone criticizes you publicly. I understand your concern. What do you suggest? Watch how the room shifts in your favor. If you're serious about building executive presence through ancient wisdom that actually works, subscribe to Stoic Exec. Comment which scenario you'll try first. I read everyone. Executive by day, Stoic always.